Hi, my friends. My name is Brea Fearon. I am the youth librarian here at Chillicothe Public Library. And to celebrate National Poetry Month, in lieu of a traditional poem, today I'm going to share with you this picture book called There Was a Party for Langston, which celebrates the work of Harlem Renaissance poet Langston Hughes. This book was written by Jason Reynolds and illustrated by Jerome and Jarrett Pumphrey, and it recently won a Caldecott honor from the American Library Association for distinguished work in illustrations for children's literature. And let me tell you, it is really deserved. The illustrations in this book are just so cool. I would encourage you to come in and take a look at it in a little more detail, because the way that they use words to create images is just so neat. So this is called There Was a Party for Langston. There was a party for Langston at the library, a jam in Harlem to celebrate the word-making man, Langston, the king of letters, whose ABCs became drums, jumping, bumping, thumping, like the heart the size of the whole world. Langston was the best word maker around. He could make the word mother feel like real warm arms wrapped around you, giving a snug hug. He could make the word America look like two friends making a pinky promise to be cool, to be true. He could make the word Harlem sound like the perfect place to have a party. Make it seem like you could bust a move right there in the H or the L or the M of it. There was a blowout for Langston, to celebrate the man who wrote wake-up stories and rise and shine rhymes. Ever since he was just a little boy daydreaming under the Ohio sky, turning birds into words flying all around him, imagining the clouds as paper to put them on, the best word makers in his class. But not everyone understood Langston. Some people thought it was better to be word breakers, thought his spelling deserved yelling, wanted to take words like free and love and cut them in half, pull them apart, keep all the letters from touching and sharing. Keep the big H's with the little h's and the big A's with the little a's. But Langston, the brave word maker, knew letters were better together, turned them into laughter. And that laughter rang out for years and years in cities and towns, on trains and tractors, to classrooms and bedrooms, bringing joy to the little and the big. And that is why there was a party for Langston at the library. A fancy-foot get-down all-out bash. And all the books on the shelves were listening and looking at all the people shimmying, full of dazzle. Don't nobody dance like a word maker, and all of the best word makers were there. Like Maya, who Langston's language laughter tickled as a child, who grew up reading his words and learned to make words of her own. She could make the word woman seem like the word mountain, and change the word cage to feel like a place far, far, far away from this library, this party. Maya dressed in constellations, stars dangling from her. She rose up from the floor, flapping like a free bird, flapping so freely with wings unbroken. Amiri, another of Langston's word children, was at the party too, came bopping in, dressed in his good clothes and his soft shoes, black, his favorite word on his tongue. Amiri could make the word black sound like it could be red, could make the word black echo into the future and way back into the past. Back to Langston. Amiri came to recite poems at his hero's feet, came to dance boom, ba-boom, 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 boom, came to offer his rickety radio heart to Langston, the man who wrote his neighborhood as America, and his family as America, and his funky music as America, and America as America too. the man who wrote Maya and Amiri into the world. And Maya and Amiri danced like the best words do together. Dazzled together, they held hands and swung and spun and slid, stepping and stomping and boogie-woogie wiggling wild. Oh, what a time to gather, together, together. Until they lifted their heads to the word-making boy, who had grown up to be a word-making man and had now become the word-making king. To Langston, for Langston. And let laughter fill the library. Laughter, the language of ha, loud like the love in the library that night, in all that hoopla in Harlem, at that party, where the books were looking on as new words were being written, where the books were listening, just like you. Thanks for reading that book with me, friends. Remember, we have this at the library if you want to come take a look at it, and we will see you soon. Thanks for joining us.